Riso, welcome to the woodland. The woodland, Rob from the woodland, out behind the house, Cefn Isaf, it's down here. So here we are, the peaceful woodland. Bird song, light breeze. I've got this gear on, but it's not that cold. So here it is. New Year's Eve day. December the 31st, 2018. Moving into a rollover in time. But the light is already on its cycle when the longest night came. So this is the peace, the solace, the aspect of solitude, finding solitude. Practicing solitude, being with oneself, finding that peace in solitude. So on return to the crowd, there's a little bit more depth of management of the menagerie, I call it, the menagerie, the chaos, mental chaos in here, mental chaos. What I've discovered is the only way to have this external stillness, this external peace, is to learn to still the mind, to quieten the mind, to work my way through my own menagerie, the chatter, and also the feeling energies that are being transmitted without one use of this voice box or this tongue. These mental energies being transferred, passed on, winding up, mainly winding up actually. There's not much feeling energy that allows people to go in the opposite direction, to unwind. It's just winding up and then finding some form of vice to unwind. And so the winding up, and then there's a little bit of unwinding, and then the winding up, and then a little bit of unwinding. But it's very, very difficult to spiral down until there's no more winding up. Anxiety, tension, strain. As far as I'm concerned, of what I've realized within myself, is that stress is just this bucket of conglomeration. The too hard basket, it goes into stress. Until you separate out the elements of stress, anxiety, fear, strain and stress, and being able to identify where the real strain and stress is coming from, and then to stand and face it. And that's the problem, not being able to stand and face where the stress and strain is coming from, because it involves personal relations. Close, very close actually. Interpersonal, and then the intrapersonal between this aspect of the person inside, the individual inside, and the self inside. All vying for the same seat, So 2019, there's going to be a lot of resolutions. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do the next thing. There's a high wave to begin with. And then the motivation stops. The motivation diminishes. And underneath that motivation from elsewhere, the big lift because it's the new year, there's no willpower to continue on. So, never make a promise that you can't continue with. That's the key. Never make a promise that you can't continue with. So, promise yourself the small steps. Promise yourself the small steps and continue with the small steps. But the giant leap without the small steps is no good. It's a total waste of time. Be realistic with your sankalpa, your positive affirmation, both externally and internally. Be realistic with your sankalpa, your positive affirmation. Find one that's inside that's realistic and related to daily life so you can do it regularly on a daily basis. That's the key. That you're able to achieve what you're going to set out to do on a regular daily basis. And that's yoga. Seems that personal time has the power over the individual space. Other people's personal time will not allow this individual space in someone else. It's like two birds flying with their wings glued together. And I've never seen that at all. Never ever have I ever seen two birds flying with their wings glued together. One bird's off this way doing that, the other bird's off this way doing this. And then they come together. But this constant duality of 2 by 2, this double as one, big problem. Individuals living in the same house. That's with the trust and the respect of appreciating the space that individuals need for their own self-development, for their own self-growth, for their own self-health and well-being actually. Because all of this is to reduce the nervousness in each day. So there we are, folks. That's it from the woodland. May you be successful in your endeavours. May you be successful in your endeavours. May you maintain without faltering. However small that is, it's worth it in the long run. There's no shortcuts to peace, happiness, prosperity. It's a long haul, and it's a big job. Small steps. Smiling from the heart. Smiling from the heart, just as this woodland is. Just as this woodland is. Enjoy the celebrations, enjoy the new year, and keep going with that, developing the willpower. From the woodland, Diolch and Vow. Hardy on. Enjoy the celebrations. See you soon.